Hello everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to our spelling lesson, week 5. This is me, Miss Kershaw. Hello. You don't need to see me today, you just need to be able to listen. So what you will need for this lesson is a whiteboard, a pen and an eraser. I hope you have all those things with you. Okay, year 3. Our learning objective for this spelling lesson is to recognise and spell common prefixes and how these influence word meanings. Last week we looked at the prefix un, which is un, and we're going to look at it again today. Okay, so here are your spelling words for week 5. I hope you have everything you need and we will get started. Okay, we're going to start with some talk partner work. I would like you to spend 1 minute and you have 2 questions to answer. The first question is, what is a prefix? So what does the term prefix mean? And the second question, I'll just move the clock out of the way there, is what does the prefix un mean? So what is a prefix and then what does un mean? And I've written a sentence here which might help you with an idea. Okay, and the sentence is, my parents were unhappy when I lost a dojo point. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute on the clock to discuss that with your partner, and then we will have a look if we were right. Okay, 1 minute, off you go. Okay, that's half your time done. Remember, there are 2 questions to answer. Okay, and that is our time up. All right, so let's have a look who got the answers correct. So, what is a prefix? Okay, a prefix is something that can be added to the front of a word to change the word's meaning. So you add it to the front of the word and it changes the word's meaning. If you said that, or you and your partner said that, you can put 1 tick on your whiteboard, and you can get a dojo from your teacher afterwards. Okay, the second question, what does the prefix un mean? And here I wrote a sentence using the prefix un here, and the answer to that question is not. So the sentence works just as well if you say, my parents were not happy when I lost a dojo point. Exactly the same meaning there. Okay, so if you said not, you can also give yourself a tick, which will be a dojo, and a house point later. All right, so we're going to start by filling in some missing gaps. As you can see, your Group A, Group B and Group C spelling words are written there, so you can use them to help you while you're doing this. I have put a key, which is actually not in your screen at the moment. Here we go, let's move this key over here, move the clock out for a minute so that you can see it. So if you are in Group A, your sentences are here in blue. If you are in Group B, your sentences are here in green. And if you are in Group C, your sentences are here in red. Okay, so make sure you know which group you are looking at. Okay, what I'd like you to do is read the sentences, find out what is the missing word. So the words that are here under the squares will be in your spelling words. Okay, so whatever word is missing from the sentence will be in your spelling words. So to complete this activity, I'm going to move the clock back over here. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to complete this activity, and I would like to see you write in the actual sentences on your whiteboard. So you all have, let's just pause that. You all have 2 sentences, so you need to write those 2 sentences on your whiteboards with the missing words in. Okay, this is to help you understand the meaning of the words that you need to spell this week. 5 minutes, off you go. Okay, you've had 2 minutes now. Um, I want you to make sure you are self-assessing your work as you go. So make sure you are using your list of spellings here to check that your spelling is correct, and really read your sentence to make sure it does make sense. So use your self-assessment skills. Okay, you've had 3 minutes, guys. If you are finished, you could always challenge yourself to move on to the next sentence. So if you are in group A and you are doing the blue sentences, you could always have a go at one of the green sentences. Or if you are in group C and you are doing the red sentences, you could try to do the blue sentence as well. That's if you are finished your work. Okay, into the last minute, guys. I want you to check your punctuation. Make sure you've used capital letters and full stops. If you really would like to challenge yourself, why don't you choose another one of your spelling words and see if you can write your own sentence. because to be successful, we need to be able to read, understand, and spell our spelling words. So that's a challenge if you have finished already. 30 seconds left. Okay, well done, everybody. I hope you managed to at least complete your 2 sentences, and I hope some of you were able to challenge yourselves to write a new sentence. Okay, so let's get the clock out of the way over here now. We can just leave it there. Let's have a look at the first word. So I can unzip my coat easily, but I cannot undo my shoelaces. So that is for group A. Okay, if you've got both of those correct, you can give yourself a tick and that will be a dojo. Next sentence. It's unfair that I have to miss school when I am unwell. Okay, again, if you've got both of those right, you can give yourself a tick, which will be a dojo point. Okay, so green group, this is group B. I dislike the way you disobey your parents. Okay, we could have used a different word instead of disobey. You could have said distrust maybe, but disobey is the one that I use. So either way, you can give yourself a tick if you got those two. And your second one is, I am unhappy to see your room is still unclean. Okay, and so again, if you got those two right, you can give yourself a tick on your whiteboard. And here is the red sentences. This is for group C. There is an unlimited amount of ice cream at the mall. Okay, unlimited is the word I used there. If you got that one correct, you can give yourself a dojo. And in the last one, I disagree that my car is in disrepair. Okay, so again, if group C, if you got both of those ones correct, you can give yourself a tick, which will be a dojo point. All right, guys, so what that has helped us to understand is how we use our words in context. Being able to understand the words is part of our success criteria. Okay, now, so we haven't so far spoke about the prefix dis. Okay, so we know that adding a prefix to the start of the word changes the meaning. So dis is a negative prefix. It means not or none. It can mean apart from. So when we add dis to the beginning of the word, it gives it usually the opposite meaning. So here's some examples. Appear is the root word. This is the root word. And if we add disappear, we are changing the meaning. It's the opposite. The sun appears over the sea in the morning and disappears behind the mountain of an evening. Okay, let's look at the next one. Honest and dishonest. Stealing is dishonest. Now be honest with me. Did you take the CD? So again, honest is the root word and adding dishonest gives it the opposite meaning. I will do the last one here, which is obey and disobey. The children disobey their teacher. They never do what he says. It's only when they get older that they learn to obey. So disobey here is the opposite of obey. Obey is the root word. It means do as you've been asked to do, follow instructions. If you obey the rules, then you are following the instructions. If you disobey the rules, you are not. It's the opposite. And agree and disagree. Okay. Agree is the root word and disagree is the opposite. All right, so that is what the prefix dis means. Okay, let's put your spellings in here so you can see them all. You don't need the key and you don't need the clock now. Oh yeah, we'll use the clock. I'll give you a minute to complete this task. So what I want you to do is just have a look at these words here. I've given you the root word. So the root word is the essence of the word here. Here, the first one at the top, or let's do a little example, is able. Oh, okay, let's put our clock up first. I'm going to pause that for a minute so I give you an example. So able, that is our root word. Now, in this case, I can add unable to the word. I can also add disable. Okay, so if we look at the prefix unable, we are changing the meaning of the root word from able to unable, which means not able. Okay, I would like you to add the prefixes to the other words. And I just want to give you a little tip. The tip that I want to give you is some of the children in my class were asking me, what is it always a prefix if it begins with un? So for example, the word, I'm just going to put it up here, the word under. That has un at the beginning, but is un a prefix? Well, the way we find out is if we take the un away, do we still have a root word? In this case, no. The word der is not a word. So under is not a prefix, it's just the letters of the word. Okay, now here you will see that all of these are root words. You can add dis or un to any of them. Remember to use your spelling words here. Your spelling words are here to help you because this is the word you're going to have the test on. Okay, you've got 1 minute. So I want you to write the words on your whiteboard and add the root word and then add either dis or un to the front of it. Dis or un. So if you see with this one here, able, the word that's on the spelling list is disable. You see it's disable. So whilst we can use it for both, our actual spelling word is disable. So I'm going to make this one disable. Okay, that is your minute up. So I'm just going to add the correct prefix to the root word and then you can read them. So first of all, we've got disappointment. So disappointment, we've got the root word and the suffix, the prefix, sorry, prefix goes at the beginning of a word. Unknown, this word is unknown, it's not known. Same with certain. Uncertain means not certain. Okay, and then we will see here unclean. That is a word for group B, unclean, not clean. Okay, and then we have unhappy, exactly the same, means not happy. Okay, distrust. If you distrust somebody, it means you do not trust them. And this one down here, will borrow a prefix from there, is unfair. Unfair meaning it's not fair. Okay, so these are your spelling words for the week. Keep practicing them at home. Remember, if you don't know any of the spelling words, you can look them up in the dictionary to understand the meaning and keep practicing them so that you can spell them correctly for your spelling test. Okay, it was lovely to be with you today. Don't forget to show your teacher your work and tell them how many points you have each. So I will say goodbye, goodbye, and enjoy the rest of your day.